Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. If you guys have any of the following three vehicles, Fiat 500, Chrysler 200 guys, or Dodge Ram Promaster guys with a 2.4 Multiair engine, and you're trying to replace your spark plugs, stay with us, we'll explain what needs to be done now guys. It's super easy to replace the spark plugs for cylinder 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 you will need to do some extra work, and we'll explain why. As you can see guys, we got that engine out of the car. You do not have to remove your engine to replace the spark plugs. The only reason we have that engine out is because we guys have more than 100 videos on that engine alone, and we want to show you with a great detail how to fix anything on it guys, how to replace it, where every single bolt is located. Our mission guys at the shop is to save you as much money as we can, so please subscribe to the channel guys and like the video. If you need any tools, parts or spark plugs guys, you can see the link we'll have in the description of the video below. That's where we get our parts from. Pretty good price guys, and good shipping, fast shipping as well. So let's start on it and we'll show you what needs to be done. When you open the hood of your vehicle guys, you're going to face the engine this way. Okay, you can see just like that, Multiair 2.4. And you may have a little bit different valve cover, it really engine cover, but in most cases it's about the same. Grab guys that cover and pull it straight up. Okay, perfect. You have 4 bushings, 1, 2, 3, 4, those bushings guys, they're attached to the valve cover, okay, right here, these points, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as you can see guys, this is cylinder number 1 and 2, super easy to get to, right? Check it out. You can replace the ignition coils and spark plugs right now, but 3 and 4 are under that thing. So how we remove that now? We are going to have guys, okay, your air filter box here. When the engine is in the car, get that hose clamp loose and get that hose out of there. Now, here you will have one clip right there. Our clip is broken, but it will be just like this clip, so you go underneath with a clip remover tool and pull it straight up. You need to disconnect your intake temperature sensor there, and after that guys, you need to get the hose clamp loose for the throttle body. Okay, I cannot show you like that. Let me, yep. Right there, you can see that hose clamp, okay, right there. Just get it loose. We already pre-loosened ours, so we don't have to waste your time. Okay, and we're ready to go. Now, 10mm socket here guys, and we are going to remove that bolt. Perfect. We can grab that thing now and pull it straight up. So from that point on now guys, you can reach spark plugs and ignition coils for all 4 cylinders, 1, 2, 3 and 4. From that point, we'll demonstrate just on one spark plug. There is no need to waste your time on all 4 of them, but the procedure is practically the same. So you can see right here now that, okay, let me focus quick. That red pin, you need to slide it back, like that. Then grab it with your finger, push down and pull it out. Disconnect the ignition coil. Now, 10mm socket will remove the ignition coil. And you do the same for all 4 of them. Perfect. Now, we need to get guys a spark plug socket. Okay, the spark plug socket is, what's special about it, okay, it has a rubber bushing on the inside that holds your spark plug so it doesn't fall off when you get it loose or when you install it. Otherwise you can mess up the gap when you install it and if you drop the spark plug. So, perfect. This is guys the spark plug. We get it out. So that's how you guys remove it. Now we'll show you guys how to install it. We'll explain about the gap and we'll show you what torque specs we need to apply, okay, to get that thing tight. We'll need a torque wrench, we'll need a spark plug gap tool to set it, and we'll continue. So now this is our spark plug guys. Gap is pretty wide on that thing. Check it out. It should be, according to the manual for that engine guys, it should be 0.047 inches or 1.2 millimeters. We're using the millimeter gap here too, so that's 1.2 millimeter. One is 55, one is 65, so that makes 1.2 way too, check, let me focus, okay, way too wide guys. So what we're going to do, okay, we're going to re-gap it. Okay, right on the spot guys. Okay, let me focus quick, because it's a little bit weird line. Okay, right on the spot, you can see how it gets in. Okay, that's what we need. Now we're ready, guys, to go ahead and install it. And we'll just, okay, you can see how the wrench holds it. Otherwise, if you drop it, you're going to mess up your gap. Perfect, we'll get it tight by hand. Now we're going to get, guys, the torque wrench. So we have the torque wrench, guys, set at 20 foot-pound. That's what I found online. Most of the people said it at 20 foot-pound. And this is a click type wrench. What will happen when we reach that torque? You'll hear a click, handle will barely move, and you need to stop immediately, otherwise you'll put too much torque. Listen now. Okay, that's it, guys, right there. That's a perfect torque. So all you have to do is install your ignition coil. From that point on, put everything together in reverse order we took it apart. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.